Hi guys, this is an update. There's still more coming as Eric went live uh, last night about the Whittakers. It was like a 2.5 hour live, so I got to go through that. However, he did make a statement, so I thought I'd read that at least to catch us up a little bit, and then I'll go through his live from last night. Their channel is still on. For some reason, it wasn't coming up for me, so I had assumed that they'd taken it down, and they didn't take the Whittaker family channel down. It is, in fact, still there. Someone told me that and shared it with me, so I'm not sure why it didn't come up, but it is there. So Eric said, God had me to blow the whistle. I know that now. The whole experience has been nothing but one big headache for me. But let's be honest. What would have happened had I not been here to do it? Attention is one of the worst drugs on the face of the earth. You couple that with money, popularity, you have a deadly combination. I'm just hoping Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy are doing okay. I'm trying to find out, guys. That's my number one worry right now. But I will have to combat whatever comes my way at this point. I hate doing this. I truly hope a lesson can be learned out of all of this. And I never said I'm not going to build a house. I just believe the situation will be much different now. We will just have to wait and see. I'm not going to continue going back and forth with this, guys. I've got one more video on the situation, and I'll be doing it here in a second once I get a shower and get me some coffee. We just woke up. It was a late night. I'm going to let this out, then I'm done. 100% of my effort from that moment on is Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy. See you shortly. I'll warn you it's heavy. You're going to get the whole story. And unfortunately, this was taken as Lorraine, Ray, and Timmy were taken out of the home and put in a care home. As you can see, I'm not sure. I think that's Timmy right there. See it? Yeah, it's Timmy. It's sad. However, they're not in that house no more. They will no longer being ABUSC'd by BJ. They don't have fear of BJ. There will be in a clean environment where they can actually have a shower or a bath and someone help them do it, being fed properly, being clothed properly, brushing their teeth. You know what I mean? Like just in general, hygiene and being cared for. So I am glad that they are out of that Whittaker home. That house needs to be condemned. It's that bad. I heard Ray say, sorry, not Ray, Larry stated with that short clip I showed you the other day, where Patrick was sitting between Betty and Kenny, and Larry was across from him, and Patrick had said, "Well, they took Lorraine, they took Ray, and they took Timmy, and but they left. But I guess it's okay for Betty to live there." And then Larry piped up and he said, "And me." They can take care of themselves. So I'm assuming that's why. Even still, I'm not actually understanding why it's okay for them to live there. Because like I said, that place needs to be condemned. Everything's rotting, like the walls, the floors, the ceiling. There's nothing in there worth saving. They live like, it's not healthy. There's mold, there's this, there's that. They're not clean people at all. They do not take care of anything whatsoever. They live like trashy people. They always have. This is the Whittakers. It's gross, and I don't believe that's okay. But that's how they've lived. And nobody has helped that situation. The law, I mean, like law-wise, nobody has condemned that home and taken them out of there for safety reasons, especially with the ABUSC going on with BJ. The house being the way it is, they're gonna have to mow down that home. It's not safe at all. So regardless of my feelings towards Betty and Larry, they should not be living there either. Like at all. That place is a fire hazard. It's full of mold. It's breaking down at its seams. It's not a safe environment. So I'm not sure exactly why they're allowed to live there, because by law, they need to condemn it, and nobody should be living in that atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's my update for the Whittakers. There's more to come because there's more going on. It's insane what is coming out, like, I'm actually really tired of hearing it. You know what I mean? Like, that's my opinion. I'm tired of listening to Eric talk. I'm tired of listening to Patrick talk, especially considering I know what I know now. But from what I understand, Eric knew about Patrick and his background, and he still kept moving forward with Patrick. I don't think I'm wrong on that. I'm going to have to double check and watch that whole 2.5 hour live. And there's a couple other things as well. I mean, you can't go into business with someone who's got a background like that, with SA and all this other stuff. Being a fraud, rugs, stealing, da da da. Do you see do you see Patrick's record? Like Eric said, it's like a Bible. So why, if when you found that out, which was clearly pretty recent on, why would you continue working with him, knowing what the outcome could possibly be and putting the Whittakers in danger? I don't think it's okay at all for anyone involved in this whatsoever. Um, I always felt bad for Mark from Soft White Underbelly. I do believe he tried his best. They walked all over him. And once that happened with him and he walked away, I was on Mark's side. I would have walked away too. Yeah, it's sad, but these people are used to living the way they are. They don't want no help. They don't need no help. I say let them be. What are you going to do? They're living fine for so many years. For people coming in to trying to help out of the goodness of their heart, some have motives, some don't. I get that. However, it didn't work out the first time. And then the second time, two other men come in, and you find out at the very beginning that this other man you're working with, meaning Patrick, is not a good dude. And all this background information and all the stuff, all the things that Eric knew, it should have never, ever, ever been. There should have never been a channel. There should have never, ever been money involved, because now there's a YouTube channel and all this money's involved. And I saw receipts of $53,000, $75,000 going to both Eric and Patrick. So they keep all that money and the donations go to the Whittakers. That's a lot of money. When money's involved, it's never good. However, that's my opinion. I really did appreciate Eric. The reason why I'm kind of have a lot to say about that right now is because he said he knew. And that right there, I can't back him on that. They should have never had that channel. They should have never did what they did. They should have backed right off. At least Eric should have, and kicked Patrick to the curb. To have that big of a record and all of his charges and everything that Patrick's done from the past to the present. You don't go into something like this with a man like that. And the fact that Eric knew, yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that at all. Someone with a record like that, you can't change. I mean, I just have opinions. I've got thoughts. I've got feelings. If you guys have any input, or I'm wrong, or you think I'm wrong, please, by all means, let me know in the comment section. Have a great day, guys.